having an awesome day. I'm getting into the rhythm of doing these live events, live shows, and I truly like it because you get the chance to interact with me, and I think that's super cool. So let me just adjust this light here a little bit, here we go, folks. Nah, not quite to my liking. The Uber Pro, right, level, they have rolled it out in 20 more markets. Alden, Tommy, Important Domestic, how are you guys? Thank you for joining the room. I'm not too excited about the Uber Pro program, and I'll tell you the reason why. They say it was built by drivers and will be tested by drivers. I don't think the platform was built by drivers. It was built by Uber with specific intentions to get the maximum benefit for Uber. Let's not even have to think about that one twice. I think that last statement that they make, seriously, is so completely misleading, right? And the way I look at it is I look at Uber Pro from a psychological point, the way it was designed by Uber, and that is to keep you in there and to get the maximum rewards for them. My friends Manuel, John, Doug, Ralph, Vu, how are you guys? What's up? Vegas, New Jersey in the house, Ithaca, New York. Love it. We have a multi-city live room. I appreciate you guys participating, right? Folks, if we look at the pro level, which is rolled out in many cities, right? Psychologically, we say to ourselves, we all want to be pros. I tell you what, we are pros already, right? And I don't think it's correct for them to use the psychology on drivers. Hey, you're gold, you're platinum, you're diamond, right? We're all pros. That's the bottom line, right? We're all pros giving our best. I would have rather seen this just structured as incentives. You hit a certain amount of trips, you keep a certain amount of ratings, and you get specific type of incentives. What these guys are trying to do from a psychological point is get you to commit around the clock, right? Because obviously gold is not going to be good enough for you, right? Then platinum is not going to be good enough for you. Then you want to achieve diamond. And if you really look at it, right, once you're in diamond, where you have to keep 1,800 points, right, in a 3-month service time, you're literally working around the clock. So do you understand the psychology that they're doing? Is they're getting you from gold, making you hungry to get to platinum, making you all excited to get to diamond, which means you've stepped it up literally from 600 points to 1,200 points to 1,800 points, and just find yourself driving more and more and doing more and more for them, right? So John Smith says Uber Pro sucks since the dropped the extra time and mileage percentage. Thank you very much for throwing that in. I was going to get there. But this is not all roses, my friends, right? And the one thing, again, I truly do not like about this platform is their final comment where they say it was built by drivers and tested by drivers. It was built by Uber and tested by drivers. That would be the more correct and accurate statement here, right? But to get there, my friends, markets like LA just got introduced, right? This person behind me, David, who was driving October to December, 3 months, achieving 500 points, right? Sticking with a 4.89 rating, 92% acceptance rate, 4% cancellation rate. This guy has unlocked his diamond rewards, right? But how hard did David really have to work for this, and what did David really get in return? I see the value for a very, very young student that wants free tuition. They have a free tuition program, I think, through one of the online universities. Hey, and you want to make money and you want to get a degree and then you want to move on in life, right? I could see value for a student in the Uber Pro program. Vinny Kaz says it's a joke. What's up, buddy? When you say it's a joke, I want to hear why it's a joke, right? I don't want to just hear a comment, hey, it's a joke. It's a joke because, right? And here we get a comment here. It says, we are nothing but Uber slaves making them rich. Rob from Arizona. Probably the way it is set up, and I would never put that label, that brand on me. I would never call myself a slave and never call somebody else a slave. You don't want to brand yourself. It's a, you know, that's the frequency you're setting there. You're not a slave, right? But they are definitely setting up the system to extract the maximum from the driver. Now, in the first level, to get that first 106, and anybody in the house who's got this gold one or platinum level or diamond, please feel free to share. But, you know, you have consecutive trips promotions. You have access to partner quest promotions. You get 1.5% back on gas. There's too many programs are out there already that offer that. You get up to 25% on maintenance. Sure, if you have to go to their designated mechanics, etc., which are super expensive, even if you were to deduct the 25% out, you're not truly saving money, folks, right? On the gold, you will get access to gold quest promotions, up to 3% back on gas. You know, just get yourself a Costco card. You're getting way more than that, right? You're getting 100% tuition coverage at ASU online. That I see value for a student, right? You get priority support. I mean, what is priority support? You get to see trip duration may be attractive. You get to see, you have 24/7 roadside assistance. Most people have AAA anyway. And platinum, which means you're driving around the clock. You're under so much pressure because you got to keep that rating, right? That high rating and the low cancellation. You're under a lot of pressure to get to platinum, right? You get up to 4% cash back. Get that from Costco anyway, right? 5%, sorry. Faster pickups at select airports. They say that. Can anybody verify that you actually in diamond level get faster pickups at select airports? I haven't heard anyone commenting about that, right? And you get complimentary dent repair. I'm just saying, is this really an attractive program, right? Is this really designed and built by drivers? I don't think so. If I read the comments here, it doesn't seem like people are too gung-ho about being an Uber Pro, right? And I wouldn't get sucked into the psychology of trying to achieve these different levels, because what you're not realizing as you're getting sucked in, oh my God, I just made that level. And you go, you have no life. By the time you are captured by their psychology of throwing you into the gold, the platinum, the diamond, you find yourself driving more and more. And that's exactly what they want to achieve, right? They want you to drive around the clock. The rewards on the one side, they don't knock me over. They really, really don't knock me over. They will not want to make me get out of bed an hour earlier, folks. They really won't. Let's see who's in the house. Love and Light. I love that name. This is what Lyft did, and now Uber's copied it in their own way. Sure. I mean, they're always copying each other, right? One brings out something that seems to work or get a lot of publicity. The other one will copy, right? I'm just not completely sold on this, you know. And you know, it's great that they are here and that they've rolled out in this market, right? How do you earn these points? You got to obviously give great service. Get a, you know, you have to give 5-star A lot of 5-star ratings. Keep that up. You got to have an average of 4.85. Your acceptance rate has to be super, super high. Your cancellation rate has to be super, super low. That's exactly what Uber wants, right? That's exactly what they want. Geraldo at Taveras, diamond driver, 6% on rides was great, not anymore. And Gerardo, you're a diamond driver on 6%, and it was great, but not anymore. Can you please elaborate when you say it was not great anymore? Can you tell the audience why it's not great? What has changed that you made that that comment? How do you get your TCP? Is it even available in New Mexico? No, well, it's not the TPC, but the TCP. Go to businessrocket.net. I'm going to be doing videos about that tonight with the CEO of Business Rocket. Folks, the TCP will allow you to be your own pro, right? It'll cost a little bit of money. It'll take about 2 months. Rob from Arizona says, I think Trip will change the game. I have to disagree with you. I don't see any momentum, any upside of Trip coming out, saying December, then January, then February, then March. I just don't see them taking off. I mean, I was hoping to give them the benefit of the doubt, Rob, but I see zero action. All I see is Trip drivers spamming channels, and they should know the spamming laws, nothing else. Eric Edwards, if I make a little bit of extra money, that's nice too, but it's not anything to write home about. Good comment, right? Vinny Cuz, they took away financial immediate benefit that drivers need. If they want more efficiency out of drivers, then the driver should be rewarded for that efficiency. 100% correct. Listen to that. That's a guy that should be running the program. Vinny Cuz makes a good point here, right? But Trip is a smoke cloud. Ken Richard. I'd have to agree with you. The more evidence I see, the more smoke and mirrors I believe it is. But again, I hope that race in the Derby right at the end does make it through the finishing line and does launch. I do want to see Trip launch, but nothing really excites me about the company right now. Let's see. Hi, Ali. Ryan is driving, got fired. Why? Because he was making all those videos, those live videos. He had a lot of subscribers and a lot of. If it's the same Ryan, I think it is who I like. I enjoy his videos, but I definitely saw that coming from far. You know, you can't make live video after live video with passengers in a car. It's going to have so many legal repercussions, and they will sound the alarm bells with Uber and Lyft. Rob Arizona, thanks, Professor. You're welcome. I just say it as it is, my friend. You're going to get black or white. You're not going to get the gray zone, right? I don't believe in clouds, right? It's either raining or pouring, or it's sunshine, nothing in between, right? It's either a yes or a no. Kevin Lee, Uber is brutal. They are the modern day criminals. When you make statements like that, Kevin, you have to back them up, right? I can say he is a liar, but he is a liar because he said this, this, and that, and the truth is that it was actually this and this way, right? Back up your statement with facts, my friends, even if you have to type a little bit more, right? But these loosey-goosey comments sometimes that people make, back them up. They are modern-day criminals because, right? It's time to have a third party come in for Lyft and Uber. Look, we all praying and hoping that a legitimate third party rideshare company comes marching in, well-funded, that shakes it up, right? That capitalizes on the unhappiness of both companies, that capitalizes on the structure, the fares that are just not designed to help the driver. It's a cozying, it's a constant, never-ending cozying up to the passenger. Hey, little passenger, we'll make everything right on your side. And then driver. Doesn't work that way, folks. It's got to be a balance. If there's not a balance, I don't think the company, you know, the day of reckoning is coming on 8th of May, as we all know. There's strikes everywhere around the country, right? That's the first thing, right? And the second thing is they're going to have to show a path to profitability. They're going to have to show that their platform really works, right? It's not going to work like this when you create this playing field. It's got to get down here. Got to take away more from the passenger and give back here to create that equilibrium, right? I don't know why they are so petrified and scared of even rattling the cage on the passenger side. But this non-stop experimenting is not going to fly. That's why I'm standing up. Ali Hamza Ibrahim, what's up? What's up, Ali? James Campbell in the house. Do you have Z-Trip in LA? No, we don't. Yet another name. I hope they succeed. Traveling guy. Is Torsten from down under in Australia? His accent sounds like he's an Aussie mate. Been to Australia many times now. Proudly lived in South Africa for 15 years, in Europe for 17 years, but born, my friends, in Washington, D.C. to answer your question, traveling guy. But Larry Lucas, South Africa, he got it right. Let's see, John Smith. Uber replaced the percentage rate increases for Diamond and Platinum with Quest bonuses. Correct. But since I have never seen a Quest bonus in my market, I ended up with another rate cut, period. There we go. You see, so, I mean, it's in the beta testing phase, but you can't allow this shit to happen, Uber, right? You bringing out a platform that you say was designed and built by drivers. No, it was built by Uber and drivers are testing it, right? It is your duty to build and bring out a rock bottom solid platform where you don't constantly start experimenting within the platform. You're testing something right now. You've got to at least test something for 3-6 months. Give it some time, right? Allow drivers to see if they want to participate, if they want to get all excited and go from gold to diamond or platinum, right? But within the pro level, you're starting to take away features that you promised the pro driver. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Uber Girl Paula asks if any Uber Girl Paula, how are you there? If any guys are in this SFO SoCal market, reach out to her if you are. I agree with you on that one, Rob Arizona. Kevin Lee, I emailed them and said, you guys are making me lose money. My fare was too low. They never responded. I like that. I wish they would respond. Felix Gulez, I'm okay with bronze. You know what? I'm okay with bronze as well. I'm not going to get sucked into the hype, right? Because I think that's what they want, is that we tend to get dumbed down and we don't think about the psychology behind this program. This program, my friends, is designed to help Uber, nobody else, right? Let's be 100% clear about that. If there are incentives in this program where you can genuinely say, hey, I am benefiting from this. I see a massive improvement to get out of gold and drive on the next level, right? I truly see the benefit. Then, my friends, I would say, go for it, right? But if you are constantly chasing a dream here, hey, I'm gold, I'm going to get to platinum, I'm going to increase it from 600 to 1,200 points. This is how I'm going to get there, right? Blah, blah, blah. Then you're just being sucked in to their psychology, right? And I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. If there's truly, truly a benefit for you to work a certain amount of hours to maintain a certain benefit within the pro program, go for it. But otherwise, these are just little carrots dangled in front of us, right? This is not how I would have designed an incentive program. No. Would have done the incentives based on lifetime commitment, how many trips, and then I would start upping the salary and upping the miles per minute. So the more trips you achieve, the higher you climb in your earnings, period, right? And if you're a driver who's done 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 trips, you've had the opportunity to increase your earnings. These little things with, hey, little gas back here, little maintenance there, I don't see any value in it. The only thing like I see in this program that has value is for a student that is willing to work around the clock and study, go all in for 3 years or 4 years when he gets 100% tuition covered at ASU online. But the requirements, right, to keep you up there, the highest, like maintaining that super, super high rating rate, that super high acceptance rate, that super low cancellation rate, you could easily drop out of it. And if you feel like you're dropping out of it and you're trying again and you're dropping out of it and you're not reaching the goal, don't drive yourself crazy. Detach, right? Detach from the psychology of this pro game, right? We're all pros. Let's face fact. We're already all pros. If you want to be a real pro, go out there and get your chartered private license, your TCP, right? Operate as a private limo driver where 100% of your fares, 100% of your tips, everything goes in your pocket. And then your car is your business and you're alone. You're out there driving private clients, right? And you cannot be dictated by all of these diamonds, golds, and platinums around you, right? No, you're already a platinum through and through when you're driving on a TCP. I highly urge you to go that route, right? If you want to talk about a third player, my friends, in the game, that's the way to go, right? If you sucked into Uber alone and you sucked into the pro psychology, Uber pro psychology, they got you, right? If you are driving Uber and Lyft and you're picking and choosing what works for you, you're already working way smarter and you're already thinking outside of the box. Adding that third dimension, the TCP, in other cities it's called TCN, it gives you that independent feeling, right? I can be my own pro. I can dictate my hours. I can take that private trip if I want to. I can turn down that client. You know, I got a May 20th booking yesterday. I'm going to make $700-800, right? Because I have to pick them up at 9, goes through till 3 p.m. Couple of trips with a client, right? I know I'm going to be making about $800. I put that in my calendar. Am I blocking out Uber and Lyft on that day? 100%. I'm driving that private client, right? So that freedom, that makes you a pro. And I like that. I don't like the stress and the psychology that, oh my God, I got to uphold these points. I got to move from 1,200 to 1,800 points to unlock these things. They got you right there, and then they've got you. Their psychology has got you. Let's see. T maxed with the TCP. Good. 78. Miss Redrum. Afternoon, Paula. Lee Michaels. If we turn off our apps for a week in the top 50 cities, we will get a meeting at the table. 100% you will. If 50 top cities switch off the app for a week, the stress levels of board members, investors, executives go through the roof. They'll be sweating pearls, my friends. Can you imagine? So when it comes to IPO time and this massive, massive strike taking place on IPO day, right? Investors are going to say, oh, these drivers yield a lot of power. They could do it again. They could do it longer. They could do it more organized, right? So we're sending a very, very strong message. I don't know if anybody of you saw my funny, or I tried to make an attempt on a funny Thanos Night King video the other day. 1 or 2 people said, I don't see the humor in that. My friend, humor is a sign of intelligence, right? To understand humor or to even try to be humorous is a sign of intelligence. So for those 2 people that said they didn't see the humor in there, I try to mix it up, buddy. I try to bring a little bit of entertainment. I don't claim to be a Hollywood actor, right? So that negativity, those attacks, or you're not even an actor, you can't do this. See the humor in something, right? You're making a statement on the 8th of May. I am saying stand up, even if you stand alone. And I try and make it a little bit funny. It's for you guys, right? It's for me. So see the humor, understand it, roll with it, instead of pushing it down and being negative. Victor Gracia, what's up? Diana is in the house. Powerlifting rideshare guy, future world record. Woo! That's a long name. Powerlifting rideshare guy, future world record. I love that. You're going to set a world record in the future. I agree with the taxi cab drivers, but Uber drivers can make lots and lots of money. They just have to hustle and put in a lot of work. I know a dozen people making 70K a year full time. Listen, you can make a boatload of money with Uber and Lyft if you do it the right way, right? And the right way to me is operating with Uber, Lyft, and having your TCP. You're going to make the biggest bang, right? I am not complaining. That 70K that he mentioned there is pale in comparison to what I'm making per year. Pale. So you can make really, really good money if you approach this the right way. What we are saying is we're trying to find solutions for a lot of UberX drivers that are getting screwed over, right, by the system, by this constant testing, by giving them this, by taking away that, right? But if you have the way, it's a traveling guy, Torsten, did you get your car? Did you get your appreciation bonus dinero from Uber yet? I got the, I had 5,000 something trips on the one, so I collected there, and then I had about 4,000 trips on the other, so I collected a little bit there. Trump change, not much at all, but I have sent some, to answer that one, I have sent some really, I wouldn't say threatening letters, but I'd sent some very factual letters to Uber and Lyft as to the appreciation rewards. I was questioning it, right? Even if people, like let's say last year, they stopped mid of the year and they were promoting, or like, why does it mean that you have to have trips right up to, like, let's say April the 9th, right? Like how do they come up with these random qualifiers for appreciation rewards? Are they leaving people behind that have done 2,000-3,000 trips in the past just because they maybe stopped in December? So I ask a lot of questions, and then the one question I ask is, hey, where are the rewards for the drivers that have brought drivers, right? And I put a little bit of legal language into that as well to give it a little bit more clout. So, hey, if anyone's out there super happy with the appreciation rewards they got, good for you. If it came as a great surprise at the right time, good for you. I truly think it should have been more. I think it should have been done from day one. They should have shown appreciation from day one and incentivized from day one. Why just dangle this little carrot to look all sweet to their drivers just before the IPO, right? They obviously don't want the drivers to create too much trouble and too much chaos just around the IPO. So they came out with these little appreciation rewards. It's Trump change. In the scheme of things, it's nothing. Granada Hills in the house. Sean Rader, Granada Hills. We know it well. John Smith, hi, Professor. Love the channel. Got to run. Go run safe, my friend. Got to run, got to drive. Sam, the private driver, Uber, Lyft, Lux, Select, XL Money. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. I like that. He's got a recipe for success. James Skidmore, time to hit the road and make some change. Off you go, my friend. Drive safe, James. Rideshare 411. What's up? Orange County. Eric Edwards. Well, the reward from Uber was much better than Lyft. Okay. It was sort of better for the people that did extremely high numbers. I mean, apparently they say that somebody's out there that got 40,000, right? I'd love to see that. Still haven't seen the proof. Northridge in the house. Valley. Van Nuys, Sherman Oaks, Studio City, Woodland Hills, Winnetka, Northridge in the house, right there. Yes, Felix Goles, how are you? I've driven 2.5 years. I have 3,500 on Uber and 3,000 on Lyft. Eric Edwards. Cool. Felix Goles, go wake up Dave for me, please. He's still asleep. Dave, time to wake up. Dave, the Uber slave. The time now is 11 o'clock. Dave's in Northridge. Go knock on his door, Felix. Traveling guy, how many hours a day does Torsten drive on a typical day? Can ask me. I'm impressed by how much money he claims to make. Oh, traveling guy, you just opened up a can of worms, my friend. Firstly, let me try and break that down for you so that you understand. I lease out 40 vehicles between 500 and 550 a week. Obviously, I have a ton of overheads for that as well. Do your math on that per week, per month, per year, right? I then operate a TCP. I probably do 2-3 trips in the morning, 2-3 at night. I try to average between $500 to $700, including tips per day on the privates, right? Do your math. Okay. Then if I have multiple bookings in the same period, which can happen, especially around holiday time, a lot of private bookings, I take those bookings, I hand them out to drivers, taking 20% of my fare for myself. So if I'm handing somebody a $150 trip, I take $30 out of that. Do the math. There's many double and many triple bookings. On top of that, I will use the destination filters and my downtime to do Uber and Lyft trips. Okay. Usually, if I go into one of these challenges, like an Uber or Lyft challenge, there was one guy, I think, in Chicago that started it, said they make 2K a month. I showed quickly that I can make 3K on both platforms. Not to brag, just showing you the math. But the most money I make, traveling guy, is with referrals, hands down. And those numbers you will never see. So there you have it. If you have a calculator out, if you can actually do the math in your head, you'll start running some numbers. No claims is what it is, my friends. If you want to see my cars, go down to Ventura Boulevard or down to Santa Monica. They're all there. And I also have a parking lot out in Van Nuys, right? So you hustle it, work it, you can make money. Never mind the joint ventures and the collaborations that you can do in other states with other drivers and startup fleets, right? Where you take a percentage of the fleet, but you bring in your expertise. Those numbers are not factored in here either. So not factored into here either is ridesharedrivingschool.com, which signs up X amount of people for tuition purposes per month. That's $X per month, not factored in here. I have just named to you, traveling guy, if you're still with me, if you're calculating, if you've got your calculator out, or if you were good at math in school, I've just given you 5 or 6 income streams. You can do it, I can do it. So let's say, how do you go about leasing one of your cars? A very strict requirements, Marcelo. It's got to be a 4.9 average rating. They have to have 500 to 1,000 trips. They'll do 2 different interviews. They will sign a very strict contract with me that I get to manage their driving, which means there's a monitor in their car that monitors their speeds, that monitors their braking. And if somebody wants to try and literally speed each day and get me in trouble and themselves in trouble and put too much wear and tear on the car, cut them. That's just to answer your question. Medat Shinuda, hi, Professor, it's Las Vegas. Any better than LA? I'm thinking to move to Las Vegas. I think the one thing you can count on is Las Vegas. I think is what's much easier to get off the ground is a private company, a private limo service, right? Because there are a lot of pro players, game players, poker players that will hit that almost every week, right? There's a lot of strippers coming up from Salt Lake City, LA every week to work Vegas. Once you know and get your clients, you will have a lot of private business, a lot of private trips, whether it's CEOs, whether it's poker players, whether it's pro casino players where there's strippers. I just threw out strippers there as well, because I know here in LA, I know a couple that have got into my car. They said, hey, every weekend they're up there in Vegas making a few $1,000s. So if you know and can pick those people up from the airport, drive them around. I mean, imagine Uber, Lyft, and having your private limo charter license in Vegas, you're making money. Hope that answers the question. Kenneth Morrison, let's pass flyers to each other. Passengers that shows the wrongdoings of Uber. The passenger is going to snitch on you and you deactivate it. I don't think that's a good idea. James Campbell, I've decided to go for my chauffeur's license so I can do limo and shuttle service. Good for you. It's about time. Blaine Jasmine, can you repeat your online course that I can subscribe to? You more than welcome. I will put it in for you here. Do a code. There we go. Enjoy it. I think I spelled it correct, yeah. Blaine, you're welcome. Do you get the private clientele to pay you through the Uber, Lyft apps, or do they pay you? Do they pay you under the table? It sounds like you're doing some psychological projecting there, traveling guy. No. They pay through Venmo and they pay with their credit cards. Those individuals don't go through the Uber and Lyft platform. If I do have an Uber driver that wishes to only have me, I put them again and again through the Uber program. But I'm not going to jeopardize my Uber codes and I'm not going to jeopardize my Lyft codes. They make me too much money. And that person will never be able to say, hey, he tried to privately solicit me. I spend a lot of marketing dollars putting a lot of incentives out in very, very high-end areas like Calabasas, Hidden Hills. Most of my business, I get word of mouth, right? So, and those people pay. And they pay cash. A lot of them also, pay cash, Venmo, or credit card. Felix Golez, Geo's blood is made up of 5-hour energy and NOZ. That's an interesting one. Sean Rader, the only gripe I have right now is the fact that they kept cutting the rates, and even with these promotions, it feels like they have made it harder to hit the promotions. Yeah, I mean, it's the way it's set up, right? You're constantly chasing and chasing numbers, and they'll keep you in that chase, and they'll keep you in that wheel. Dude, traveling guy, you're starting to annoy me, but you're asking 5,000 questions. I've answered all of these things 100 times. How do you get the TCP? What the heck is Venmo? Go Google Venmo. TCP license. I have tons and tons of videos showing how to get the TCP. Again, you can Google it. It's called the Transportation Charter Permit. If you want to, for the traveling guy here, I'm going to answer one more question because I have a lot of people in the house that I have to take care of. Here, go to businessrocket.net and ask for Alex. He is the legend on getting these type of licenses for anyone around the country, especially in California. There, I just gave you the link. And Venmo, go and download Venmo. It's an app, traveling guy. WFG Business algorithmic case study. On what? Oh, it's an algorithmic case study. Yes, that's probably it's another test, right? This whole beta platform thing is just to get more data. IQ Boy, can I get a job with you? Experienced driver over 11,000 rides. Are you in California? I'll talk to you. You have my details underneath the video. You can reach out to me. And I have the highest regards for truck drivers. I like them a lot, the hardest workers in the industry. So yeah, please reach out to me. Let's see. What else do we have? Do we have anything? Oh, I've got Eric Javel. Can you please elaborate on how to make money in Houston, Texas with a big SUV? You got to look, Eric, you got to look into your charter license, right? I mean, you got Uber and Lyft. You'll be in the Uber SUV classes. You'll be in the Lyft SUV class. You'll also be in the Uber XL class. But if you don't have that private limo license in Houston where the big money is, there's a lot of money in Houston, Texas. There's a lot of wealthy people, right? I lived there for a year and a half on Bearing and the Galleria, I can tell you there's a lot of wealth in Houston. You can simply tap into it, but you do need your private limo license. Otherwise, you're never going to explore the true potential of Houston, Texas. It's a fact. It's a very, very wealthy city. The people are there for you. Go tap into them. So the Uber Pro level, is it worth it going from gold to platinum to diamond, you know, to hit 600 points, 1,200 points, 1,800 points? Is it worth getting sucked into the psychology of the Uber Pro program, which they say was built by drivers and tested by drivers? Again, I think that's a very misleading statement. I would say it was built by Uber and it's being tested by drivers, right? This platform was not built by drivers. This is not what drivers want, right? Uber has thrown out a couple of little carrots here, you know, 3% back on your gas, 5% back on your gas, 25% off maintenance, which is already extremely expensive if they've partnered up with Pet Boys or AutoZone, right? The only thing I see a little bit of value in is in the Gold program at 100% of the tuition coverage at ASU Online. That's if you want to get a degree and you're willing to put in hours. I think it's great for a very, very young person. I'm talking 20, 21, 22 years old, right? Let's say 21 years old upwards, right? Then this could be an attractive program for you. But for someone in their 30s, 40s, 50s, you're just being sucked into a hamster wheel here. Sebastian Suarez, for me, finished yesterday. What happened to the increased rates? Correct. Cheyenne, you're absolutely right. What happened to them? Stefan Moten, the Uber Pro time and distance extra money to the Uber's drivers, 3% and 6% will end at the end of July 2019. There we go. That's when the beta testing's done, right? And they've extracted a lot of information for us. So I would not get too sucked into the psychology of this, right? You're a pro already. No matter how you look at it, everyone is an Uber Pro. Everyone is a Lyft Pro, right? You don't have to fight for a brand and say, oh, I got to be this. No, you don't. That just means you're answering to their psychology, right? Import domestic. It has a Java interior and pearl white exterior. I guess you're describing your car. Ocean Ali, once Uber becomes IPO, you think they will up rates? Quite the opposite. I think if they do get the money into the accounts, I think they'll do quite the opposite. I think they may even try and slash more. That's what I'm worried about. Backseat driver. I just lost Uber Pro for a cancellation rate. There we go. You see, he's trying to keep, thank you for sharing that, by the way, backseat driver, is trying to keep those points, keep going, and then he loses it over one dumb little thing, right? Because somebody, what was it? Oh, because of the cancellation rate. Okay. It's very hard to keep that percentage. It's very hard to maintain that type of rating, right? So they're just putting you under a lot of stress, I think. Thanos. Yeah, Thanos will wallop anyone. Did anybody see my video yesterday? Did anybody see Thanos? Did anybody see Thanos yesterday? That's it, boy. The reason why I bought this thing was for the time stone. I just wanted the time stone. I couldn't find a time stone anywhere. So I want to extract the time stone from that arm, from Thanos's arm, and I want to take us back to the good rates, the good old days, right? Remember, they go back in time. So my whole idea for buying this expensive device was to take the time stone out and then have that power to go back in time to get our 25% back, to get our higher rates back. Are you with me on that? Do you see the humor in that? Thank you. Endgame going back. Jay Beats has got it. Thank you. Thank you. We have a driver who understands my humor. I appreciate you. Janine, the rideshare queen. I did. Thank you, rideshare queen. I appreciate you. You understood my stupid humor. I truly just wanted to go back in time and get the better rates and bring awareness to May the 8th. Strike 8th of May. Joseph Pickney in the house. That's it, boy. You know, got to make a statement on that day. Denova RS, love it, bro. Love you back, my friend. I appreciate you guys. Import domestic. Actually, my Infinity is fully loaded. Woo! I love it. His Infinity Stones are fully loaded and his Infinity car as well. That's power. Sebastian Zuarez, I agree with you. I agree with you as well, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you saying that. That keeps me going. Kenneth Morrison, why are you so sad, dude? The smiley face is the other way around. Don't be sad. Would you rather be happy or sad each day? I think you guys know the answer to that one. Latrell Melton, I'm at 4.98 rating. Perfect. With 12,658 trips. Super impressive. And earned $2,600 a week, working 10 hours, 13 hours a day. This is not a career for me, and I understand the game they're playing on us drivers. So all of those numbers are impressive. What I highly encourage you to do is not to work 13 hours a day, especially if you're working 7 days a week. It's going to have a lot of health implications down the line, right? That would be a clear message to Uber, yes. Whatever happened to Loki? I did not see Loki in that last one. And my guess is this is such a big moneymaker. I mean, think of it. They made 1.2 billion worldwide in the opening weekend. Disney shares skyrocketed, right? Or whoever operates Marvel skyrocketed. And I'm sure there are many more to come. Many more Lokis, many more Thors, many more, I guess not Iron Man, he's gone. I guess not Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, she's gone. But Felix Golis, health is wealth. I say amen to that, right? I don't know if you guys know, but I also have a degree in natural medicine. It was just, hey, natural foods, good, healthy, organic foods on the body, in the body, exercise, stay healthy. That's the most important. If you have kids, stay healthy for them, right? Stay healthy for your spouse, your wife, your husband, right? Exercise, go for walks, go for hikes, eat well. Super, super important. The goal here, my friends, is not to chase trip after trip 13 hours a day. I hope you hear me saying that, my friend. Your numbers are insanely impressive, but your private life is not impressive. I believe in a private life. I believe in working hard and playing hard. Is Whole Foods a scam? You know, that's a good one. So I'll tell you a little bit of a story on Whole Foods. This is just a little off the record here, but Whole Foods said that they would eliminate GMOs, genetically modified organisms, any products that carry GMOs by 2015. Didn't happen, right? Jeff Bezos, which is completely 100% money orientated, right? Who bought Whole Foods, I believe the figure must have been 10, 15 billion, was to start building out his delivery system. There was an infrastructure in place around the United States that he could buy out. So deliveries, trucks, etc., would make his deliveries easier. The Whole Foods brands, which is the 365 brand, it is not truly hyped to be what it is. It really isn't. They are far, far superior products on the market, far superior natural supplements, far superior natural foods. So Whole Foods is definitely a couple of steps up, and you're paying accordingly. Like I said, it'll take your whole check, your whole salary to shop at Whole Foods. But I don't think Whole Foods is quite what they make it out to be. That's my answer on that. And I go straight back to rideshare. Jay Beats, so I don't advise it to work so much, but I only did this because I had a crazy goal in my head. I learned, won't do it again. Thank you. Good. You've achieved your goal. You've proven something to yourself, which is good, Jay Beats. It's good to set goals, to have ambition, to drive towards those goals. But let's keep those goals realistic as well. They should not affect your health. They shouldn't, right? It truly doesn't help putting a massive mark on your health and on your private life to a point where some people, I've heard people get divorced in this game because, like, you know, the wife's at home, she's all pretty ready, and the guy's just driving around the clock, right? Where's my husband? Oh, fuck, he's driving, right? So you got to have a life, guys. Right, Lolita, Uber girl Paula, you are so funny. She is funny. That's her middle name. Paula Funny. Right, share. More dash camera footage with you, please. Yeah, thank you. I went down. I did a live stream with Apptrepreneur in Huntington Beach on the weekend. That was super fun. And then I drove down to San Diego to meet Thomas Gibson, my friend, the rideshare pro, to meet Dave, the Uber slave. Another guy, great guy, Paul Figueroa, who's in the house. And I was with Uber girl Paula at the old spaghetti factory. Sorry, Paul, I saw your name early on. I didn't give you a shout out there. Charles Reindeer, is this live today? Yes, it's live. Ask what you want. So I think Uber and Lyft days are numbered for Rod Suchi. That is your choice. We all love UGP. Yes, we do. How can you not? I mean, she doesn't have a mean bone in her body. Kevin doesn't like me. Of course he likes you. He likes you. He likes you. Oh, Los Angeles Unstoppable Bubba. You know, I gladly welcome your comments, but when you start insulting people like Kevin, I think I'm going to have to give Los Angeles Unstoppable Bubba a little time out for being so negative on Kevin. He's doing his best. Try and achieve what Kevin has done. So we have to put Los Angeles Unstoppable Bubba in a timeout. There it is. Sorry, mate, but I don't tolerate that. All these people are here to help you. Don't put them down. Jose Gabriel Carrias, Miami market, just stop, new sign up, Uber Lux and Uber Lux SUV. What could happen there? Just stop, new sign up. Oh, just stop, new sign up for Uber. Yeah, that Uber Lux and Uber SUV hasn't been working in some markets. I know you may, Jose, you may want to look at the Lyft side. They are opening up those categories aggressively, while I see that Uber is closing them down. I don't know if they're making the real big money in that category. I would think so. The margins are so nice and high for them. Victor Manelko, sorry, I don't mean to pronounce your name wrong, Victor. I apologize. 4.5 years driving now, and I just got burned out, taking some time out and taking it easy since we got 2 incomes. I support you all the way, Victor. I think that is a wise choice. Take a step back. Stop the rideshare driving a bit. You've given it everything. You have 2 incomes, as you say, and then figure out the next steps forward, right? Good for you, buddy. Hi, Jose. You're welcome. Thank you for answering. You're welcome. Eric Edwards, I'm curious as to why they terminated Ryan as driving. My theory on that, and this is just a theory, is that you're treading into so much legal territory when you're filming people. You know, you don't have signed waivers. You're filming them without your consent. It'll take one person who does not like to be in a video online and he wasn't given permission. That's one letter from an attorney to Uber and Lyft, and that guy is done. Why? Let's just say I'm trying to come up with a stupid reason why a person. Okay, let's just say a guy is dating a girl and she thinks they're a unit, and then he goes off dating another girl behind her back. He's dating 2 girls. He gets caught in the one video, right? And it becomes so embarrassing to him because his other lady found out about this video, right? And he basically just takes revenge on Uber. God, you guys exposed me here. You made a video without my permission, and blah, 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 blah. He throws a bit of money in it. I mean, it's a stupid example I gave. But at that point, the driver is done, right? Janine, the rideshare queen, you have the greatest attitude. Get the trolls off here. I get rid of all the trolls, Janine. I believe, thank you for saying that. I only believe in surrounding myself with good people, right? And learning from good people, right? If you're a pessimist, if you're a naysayer, if you're a negative all your life and you try to drag other people down, don't, right? Disengage from those type of people. If you look at your group of friends and say, who's really helping me here? Who's really building me up? Who's really a positive inspiration to me? Those are the people you want to hold on to. But go through your group of friends. You might have 30 friends and you say, you know, that girl, that guy, they always bring me down. They always talk negatively about all my other friends. Eliminate them. Don't take the calls anymore. Don't text, don't go out with them, right? Because they're offloading their psychological, emotional toxins, poisons on you. You don't need that, right? You want to surround yourself with good people. The golden standard, people that have a high standard, right? Have good ethics, that are truthful, that are respectful, that have integrity, right? Those are the people that you want around you. From 0 to 100, what is your take on Elon Musk robotaxis? Listen, something I'll tell you about Elon Musk, engineering degree, business degree. When he says something, he goes after that. He doesn't make loose little statements, right? He goes after that. So if he's working on robotaxis, he's got the money to invest on robotaxis, right? Uber and Lyft should take him very serious. Like, I mean, come on, he's domineering the space industry, he's domineering the solar industry, he's kicking butt in the car industry. You trying to say you wouldn't take a person like that serious when he makes that type of statement? I do. Denova RS, God bless you. God bless you too. We appreciate you. Latrell, Melton, trolls are broke mindset and jealousy. Yeah, it's often, look, only you can help yourself. If you have gone through a lot of trauma and pain from the past, I do feel for those people, right? But they can turn their lives around, right? They don't have to forever hold on to that hot potato and that negative mindset. They can change it, right? Maybe it means forgiving someone for what they did to you in the past. Maybe letting that go, letting it go of those emotional toxins, freeing up a new you, becoming a new you, right? So we have the ability to do that ourselves, right? Forgive people, right? It's really important in this game to not walk around with this hatred that you feel for certain people. Let it go. Whether it's your ex-spouse, your ex-lover, and you've been hating this person for years, that manifests itself and rubs off on other people. Let it go, right? Let them carry on their own spiritual journey. Now you take on a new spiritual journey. That's all I can say, right? Yes, you can do Uber Black with Tesla, correct. Kenneth Morrison, sigh, Peter, LOL. How do you do private rides, Eduardo? It's easy. I market heavily into high-end areas. You know, the private clients that I get, these people are driving in SUVs mainly, Cadillacs and Suburbans, mine that I lease out to other drivers, right? Or in a luxury car if it's just a couple going out, right? You have to market your way into these zip codes. Business cards give 50% off the first limo trip, right? To lock in the driver. If they know that they're paying $150 to the airport, usually, and you're giving them a $75 incentive to take the first trip with you, and it works well, you probably will have that client for life. Then once you're in there with that client, they start referring you to other clients, and it starts growing and growing and growing and growing, right? So you gotta make an effort. You gotta make videos in these high-end areas. Hi, my name's Eduardo de Jesus. I drive this Suburban SUV, I'm over here in this market. If you're a businessman, a CEO, whoever you are, reach out to me. These are the professional services that I offer. Boom. Phone number, email. Got to promote yourself. Let's see. Dave, the Uber slave, once picked me up. Rideshare Lolita. How was that? Did you know about him by then, or did you only find out, oh, years later? Yes, that was him. Peter Kuzda, time for lunch and rest. Be good to yourself, people. I agree. Guys, I have another live stream coming today. We covered a lot on this pro level. A lot of good stuff shared. I need 50 thumbs up before I exit the house. That's my rule. So if I count 50 thumbs up, I'm out of here. And I appreciate you guys. I'll take a photo of that. I'll show you the 50. And then we leave. Let's go. Goodbye, everyone. Can you share your videos, what you have in your stable? Throughout my videos, you see 2 or 3 here, 5 there. Sure. I don't have them all in one stable at the same time. That means I'm not leasing them out. Drivers are driving them around. And on Tuesdays, I pay the drivers. So they come in, pick up their paychecks. So yeah, I'll gladly do that. Love and light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I have 20 thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. 27 so far. Yes, 30, 35, 40. Here we go. I have 50. Let me take a picture. Boom. There it is. I got 50. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Drive safe, Jose. Drive safe, Paula. Drive safe, Mark. Drive safe, Lazio. Drive safe, Honey Dolphin. Drive safe, Love and Light. Drive safe, Kenneth. Drive safe, Tommy. Drive safe from 0 to 100. Drive safe, J Beats. Drive safe, Jose. Drive safe, Import Domestic. Wish you all a great day. I'll go out and work. Bye.